Hello friends, welcome to part 6. We're moving along. Remember, this is the starting your own business, starting a business series where we kind of look at creating landing pages very quickly in a matter of minutes, in a matter of hours, not days or weeks. Get your presence online, get it the right way in a professional manner so you can, show off your MVP, show off your business, your services, whatever it is. So we are at part 6. Every walkthrough now has a list of the recap. I'm not going to recap them because there's just too many of them, but I'll put links so you can get to the code in the videos. So before we jump into search engine optimization, which is a topic of this part, very important topic. Let me welcome you here. Welcome to the Viral Mail show. My name is Manuel Amunatigi. I'm your host. Please sign up for my newsletter. It's right here in the middle of the page. Subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up. This video is going to be classified at viralmail.com under channels and web applications. You'll see all the other videos. There's a familiar thumbnail, and you click on it. You'll be able to get the video and all the source codes for the other parts. Also, another thing I want to mention, I just added, is the Twitter chat box. This is kind of a new concept I'm playing around with, but it's a lot of fun because I really like Twitter. I've been taking it very seriously, especially the past year. And I will also make a video on this Twitter chat box. I think it's pretty cool, but it's a way, as long as you put the hashtag viralmail.com and you tweet me, it's going to appear here, and I'll be able to respond. We'll be able to communicate. Anybody interested in this channel can participate and can get a conversation going on any of the topics. There's one thing we didn't have. There was not a community building tool right in the Viral Mail. Now there is. So the link to this video, the source code is in the description as usual. So let's jump right into it. So this is part 6. Like I said, it's search engine optimization, SEO. It's critical. The problem is it's not very fun. It's not very sexy. It's the problem with it is that any changes you make, you don't get that gratifying, fulfilling feeling of seeing things immediately. SEO, these are little tweaks you make so that you get ranked better by search engines. So if you do any material online, you definitely want Google to find you. You definitely want Bing or whomever you're using to find you. So it's critical that you use these SEO, that you use search engine optimization, basic tips. You can go to town. Their entire firms that are just dedicated to SEO. Here we just want to do some very basic things to hopefully help our material, show up higher up in the indexes. So this is not something you'll get an immediate reward here. You'll do changes. It's going to take months, not weeks, not days, months to see changes. Sometimes, 3 months if you're lucky, 6 months, or even a year. That's the way it works. So let me show you a quick example of what it means to be ranked properly. So one area I've covered a lot is looking for, practical data science and actionable insights. So this is actually keywords I've used a lot. Actionable insight modeling. I've done a lot of videos on data science, as you know, and a lot of people love to kind of geek out on the modeling, but very few look for actionable, practical ways of applying this. And that's something that I've covered enormously. I've written books about it. I've made hundreds of videos on this topic. So when I put this in, I expect to see myself show up, if I spell it correctly here, as in the top searches. And here it is, right? The Viral Mail show comes up. This is not mine. Let's see. I got one. I came in first, which is cool. Here, another one, a YouTube on actionable insights. Another one I do a lot is actionable insights using XGBoost. XGBoost is one of my favorite classification models, and here too, I come up in the first ones, right? Because I've covered a lot. These are keywords I've used, and that's what I'm talking about here. You see, this is interesting, right? It shows that I've been doing these videos since 2016, actionable insight using XGBoost, and I did another one recently. So that's what you want. You want to be put those keywords that are important to you, and you show up first. So I don't really care if somebody else shows up for me. I'm just using this as an example here because I'm not selling XGBoost. I'm not selling actionable insight. I'm not selling a product. But think about it. If you were selling tennis balls or coffee machines, you would want your keywords, your articles, your blogs to show up the first because that's people are looking for something to buy. That's that priority that Google shows, or Bing or other ones, especially Google because it's the most common one. You want to be as high as possible in the ranking, because if you're on the third or fourth page, forget about it. Nobody goes there. They say people go, not only they don't do the entire first page, they just do the first 3 links in the first page if they're looking for something, right? So you have to be clever with how you use it, and that's SEO, right? That's search engine optimization. So let's go through some basics now. This is a laundry list, so a bit different format than the other ones. Let's go through the obvious stuff. So nothing trumps good content. You have to have good content. If you don't do any of these, make sure your content is good and make sure your title is good as well. That's important as well. Title has to be really good to the point so people can read a title and not get confused. I've been accused many times of doing these obtuse titles where nobody knows what I'm talking about, and I get dinged on it. I get bad reviews. People give me thumbs down. Clear, short titles so people know exactly what they're getting, and when they get to the material, they feel, oh wow, I got exactly what he or she said. So clear titles with keywords. So if you don't know what a good keyword is, look at your competition, look at your heroes, people who are in a similar space, see what kind of words they're using, and that's the kind of words you should at least use one or two of those words, because that's what people are looking for. Basically, the keyword should be things that people are going to type in the search engine. Try to be as close as possible to that. So these are very key, right? If you do nothing else, do at least these two: good content and a great title. Build an audience. Of course, you want to publish to that audience. You want to build the audience. You want to publish at the right place where the audience is gathering, right? This should be pretty obvious. Save your HTML page name in a readable name. Don't use these complex, unique IDs. If your thing is, if your post is a post about dogs, make it about-dogs.html. Make it clear. Search engines apparently like that. This has been done from many studies. Have researched the perfect amount of words. 2,000 words is a sweet spot. You don't want it too short, you don't want it too long. That's a good spot. So if you're looking at word count, go use that as an example. I don't. I personally write whatever I want to write, and I don't optimize for that. That's one thing I don't do. Design for mobile first, critical. Over 50% of traffic on the internet is now mobile. It's going to get worse. More and more people are going to be using mobiles. You got to make sure your site works for mobile before it works for desktop. Before we designed for desktops and then hope it worked on mobile. Those days are gone. It's the other way around. Mobile first, desktop first, and make sure everything is responsive. Responsive means that you can jump from a phone to a desktop and it still looks good. The templates we've used in the part 1, the HTML5 up, are all responsive. That's why it has a little button. AJ shows a little button on top where he says, this is what it looks like on a mobile phone. This is what it looks like on a desktop. This is what it looks like on a tablet. Make sure you use responsive templates. Okay, let's jump into technical stuff. The tag. The title tag is very important. Title tag is not something that's seen. Actually, it'll be seen in the tab, your browser tab, but it's something that search engines will use. So always have a title tag and make sure the title is related to the content. Make sure there's some words so they know you're not gaming anything or putting random content. Fill those meta tags. I love meta tags. Meta tags also are not seen in the content, but they're giving communication to all sorts of search engines and indexers. So, for example, put your author, put the name there, put your description of your content. That goes with the title as well. Then you have Open Graph. These are usually OG:. Those are Open Graph protocol, and a lot of tools use them. Facebook use it as a way of organizing that material. So if you post on Facebook, use OG. Meta tags. Twitter specific. I use Twitter a lot. I love Twitter. I use these what's called the Twitter cards. And if you fill these properly, the title, the URL, the image, description, I can take my URL and simply drop it in a Twitter post. Hit Twitter, nothing else, and it will automatically pull the image. It will automatically create a cool looking thumbnail and automatically put everything needed in there. So all that is done, the magic of using the correct tags, Twitter tags. If you use Instagram, if you use other things, do some research. Find out if they use specific meta tags that can make your life a lot easier and also present your information on those platforms that much better. SSL, HTTPS. Make sure you always want to be SSL. Make sure when you're putting a URL in, it has to be HTTPS, not HTTP. And supposedly Google browsers prefer when you're secure and then moving in that direction. That's very easy to do in Python Anywhere, the hosting platform we've used in the past. In part 1, there is a button here under the web tab. Go web tab and go security, and it'll say, do you want to use this free SSL certificate? You say yes, and it's going to renew it for you. It's all free. It's just one button. And right underneath there is, do you want to force HTTPS? I mean, if somebody puts an address, like for example, let me go here. If I go keep the talk, the website, my side project, it's automatically going to secure it. Because I push that option, for example. But if I go to viral mail and I don't specify HTTPS, it's going not secure, right? Because I didn't push that button and I didn't choose that option. I should have. I need to go back and do that. But that shows you how Python Anywhere will do that for you very easily. Two clicks of the button. If not, there are places to get HTTPS certificates or SSL certificates for free as well, or you can pay for them. And you got to figure out with whoever you're hosting with how to set them up, because you want to have that HTTPS. Google will give you a better ranking if your pages are secure. H1 tag, only have one H1 tag. This is the header one, and it should be the same thing usually as your title or very close to your title. Only have one. You're going to confuse things. You have multiple. That one is visible, so it's where you're going to show your title. The title we showed you before is not visible, except it shows in the tab, the Chrome tab or your browser tab. This H1 is going to be visible, and it becomes your title tag. H2 are your subsections. Have as many as you need. Hopefully not too many, but a few, and that's going to help the indexing engines. If they use different sections, they may pull that information from your H2 tags. Image tag, have an image tag. We all have images, but when you have, for example, let me go to my blog section here. I always try to have an image, right? So this is like the main image of a post. And I always try to have those, right? And name them correctly. And actually, I talk about that here. In your tags, you want to name it correctly. So keep the talk, because it's for keep the talk show. This is for keep the talk, my keep the talk side project. So it's related to the name of the page. So then Google knows I'm not trying to game anything. It's related. I'm going to get a better ranking on that. So we're all using all these little things to hopefully convince Google that we're good material, we're genuine, and it gives us a better ranking. Also, always have the alt tag in there, and make sure your images are not that big. If they are big, you have to make them sizable with a percentage, because so it's responsive and it's mobile friendly. And always have an alt tag that is related to your content, right? All these little things are going to help you. So now we're done with the technical stuff. There's additional help. One thing that's very important is go to Google Search Console and register your website, your web page with Google Search Console. And they're basically going to give you a little piece of code. It's very easy, and you put it on your page to prove that you own the source code, that you control it, and then it's going to give you analytics and ways of submitting these pages to the indexing engine. So you can go to Google Search Console. If you write a new blog page, take the address, and you drop it into Google Search Console, and it's going to index it. You hit index, and it's going to index it. And it indexes it, I think, fairly quickly. It's not immediate. There's no warning, but it does do it. And that's the way to do it. You want to do it as quickly as possible, so you don't have to wait till it refreshes its indexes. Another place, and do that for, this is the Google Search Console. Do that for, if you use Bing or any other browsers you use, do the same thing. This is the Bing Webmaster Tool. Do the same thing. Same concept applies. Also, if you have, if you do a lot of changes in your websites like I do, and I have a lot of pages, I just create site maps. That's super easy. There are services that'll do that for you. Just give you a root URL, click the button, and it's going to spit out this XML file. Right here, this is one of them, just a sample of them, of Keep the Talk. And then you take that, you put it under your statics folder, static in your web page, and then you basically give your URL, static, and sitemaps.xml, drop that in the Search Console, and it's going to index your entire website in one go, right? Well, whenever, it basically queues it, but it's going to index everything in one go. Make sure you have no broken links. If your site is messy, you have broken links, these sitemaps are going to get rejected, so you have to do them individually. But if your site is nice and clean, the Google Search Console will accept your sitemap and do everything in one go. If your site is big and unclean or has broken links all over the place, there are tools. So I think it's called brokenlinks.com or something like that for free will research all your website and look for broken links and report back, and you need to fix those. So that's it. So this is what I want to talk about. At the end, as usual, at the end, I like to plug my books. I'm going to plug, Grow Your Web Brand. This is about the story of Monetizing.github.io, my most successful data science walkthrough, where I get some 10,000 hits a day, and I talk about this when we talked about the pixel tracker. I showed you some images of this. Also, you can get all these books on Amazon.com. Simply put my first and last name, and you'll have all these books. For example, Monetizing Machine Learning, where I talk a lot about Flask and ML on the web. And apparently, as a celebration, there is my book was translated. It looks like I had not heard of this. So there it is. It's my machine learning. a machine learning book has been translated, and it looks like it was translated in Chinese. So I don't know if it's legit or not, but I think it's great. I better get it. Anyways, thanks for watching. We have a few more parts. We're gonna do, we're gonna do Google Maps, and we're gonna do some very light machine learning. I think we have 3 more parts, and this series will be done. Again, thanks for watching, and give it some thumbs ups.